Yeah, when everything is get done, then you can proceed to the next step. Alright, so boarding pass is something that you usually get while checking in. Alright, so that is the second step. And what is the third one? Right, let's go checking about the third one, shall we?
After you get your boarding pass, you have to go through security.
Okay. Oh, sorry. By the way, I want to add that. Of course, you can check in at the check-in point. And also, you can use a self-check-in service, which is called the self-check-in kiosk. Do you know what kind of service that is? Right, basically, let's watch a video here. And it shows you if there is a long line in front of check-in point. Of course, there is some kind of machine for you to take advantage of. Let's check out this video.
This is a check-in kiosk. It allows passengers to check in. You simply tap on the screen, you select your airline, and then you choose a means of identification. I might choose credit card, simply insert it into the reader. And this is the means by which the system will find my...
You don't necessarily need to use credit card to identify yourself. You can, of course, there are a few other...
I might choose...
Yeah, you can... Oh, sorry. You
can... And then you choose a means of identification. Right,
for example, credit card, passport, or some checking, or some kind of record. Yeah, as long as you can identify yourself, yeah, it will be fine. Right, 你也可以用护照然后来 check in 也可以。Alright, so you don't necessarily need to use credit card. That is one of the way. Alright, next.
I choose credit card, simply insert it into the reader. And this is the means by which the system will find my booking. So, as you can see there, it used my name from the credit card. It looks in the DCS system to find my booking, and then from there I can proceed to check in. I can change the seat, I can add passengers to the check-in record. Or
yeah, so here you can choose your preference. You can choose whether you're going to choose window seat or aisle seat, and the number of passengers you're going to be traveling with.
You can simply continue with check-in. And then it asks me for the number of bags that I might want to check in. And in this case, let's say I've got one bag. And that's me checked in. It will print me a boarding pass with a 2D barcode on it, as well as a bag tag, which I can then use.
Of course, and you can choose the number of bags you're going to need to check in. Alright, or the number of handbag. Or no, because there is a bag tab here. So you just need to choose the number of bags you need to check in. 就是你的那个你要必须要 check in 的行李数有几件 and then you're gonna have a bag tag here. Okay.
The tag here. There will be some instances in which passengers may need to be handled by an agent, where documents need to be checked, where there are other checks that need to be done on the passenger. But for the vast majority of people who are traveling, say for instance business travelers, they can progress right through to the boarding gate without the need for that check. So at the boarding gate there will be a check done on the passenger's documentation or against the boarding pass.
Right, but anyway, so there's either you can check at the checking point, or if there is a long queue there, yeah, it will be more convenient for you. You can also save a lot of time by using this kind of machine. Yeah, that's gonna save you a lot of time here. Alright, and after you check in for your flight and luggage, the next step is to... And what is the next step? Yeah, let's check it here.
When your flight is called,
sorry.
You have to go through security.
Oh, sorry.
First, you check in at the ticket counter or self-service machine. After you get your boarding pass, you have to go through security.
Okay, so which means the next steps will be go through the security. And then, alright, so let's make the answer B. Alright, you need to go through security. You need to go through security. Yeah, okay. But do you know what travelers usually get checked at the security point? Yeah, here. Oh, here. So the security guard is gonna ask you to go pass through the metal detectors. So be sure to take off for example, your belt, your watch, alright, anything that will make the metal detector rings, alarms, alright, and also you need to put your suitcase and luggage on the conveyor belt. Yeah, you need to have the things go through the X-ray screener. Alright, and so that is the process. That's basically what you need to do while at the security point. Alright, okay. Right, so that is step number 3, which is B. Okay, and what will happen after you pass the security point? Let's check it.
Where they inspect your bags and coats. After that, you go to the departure gate. When your flight is called.
Okay, so before we go to the departure gate, I think there is one missing, which is you need to go through the passport control. Yeah, which is D. Isn't it? D here. Okay, so D will be step number 4, isn't it?
Yeah.
4.
Yeah.
Alright. 4?
Yeah.
Is it correct?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. And what happened next?
You board the plane. On the plane,
Oh, sorry.
to the departure gate. When your flight is called,
Excuse me.
boarding pass, you have to go through security, where they inspect your bags and coats. After that, you go to the departure gate. When your flight is called.
Alright, so after you go through the passport control, then it's time to go to the departure gate. Alright, and so let's make it step number 5. Okay, so which is A. So statement A will be step number 5. Alright, but do you know what departure is? Departure. So here, on the bottom part of your handout, here, I think it's number 1, departure. So do you mind reading out for me? In an airport, any of the numbered exits. So everybody, do you mind reading out for me? In an airport, go. In an airport, any of the numbered exits leading to the airfield or aircraft would be the departure gate. 就是我们这边说的登机门哦。那 gate 就是门的意思。So departure gate 登机门 and because the DE means away and the part here is actually means divided. So departure means to leave. Yeah, so that's the door for leaving. Alright, basically departure gate. Right, 就是我们这边说的登机门登机门 And what's next?
You board the plane. On the plane, you find your seat, put your carry-on bag in an overhead compartment.
Alright, you can put your carry-on bag in an overhead compartment. So the next step will be G. Isn't it? Right, so step number 6. You put your carry-on bag in an overhead compartment. And overhead, this is your head. And over is something which is above you, 就是你头上的. And the overhead compartment is actually something like this. This is the whole overhead compartment. And that is the place for you to put your carry-on, your suitcase, for example, your laptop. Alright, and let's check it here. Alright, so number 3. Actually, overhead compartment is one of the row of small cupboard. So do you mind reading out for me? One of a row, 3 to 第一页最下面. One of a row, go. One of a row of small cardboard above the seat in a plane where passengers can store things during a flight. 好，就是一排，然后这个很像是这个一排的这个放东西的一个空间哦。And of course, the passengers can put things in these kind of spaces. Alright, okay. So that is step number 6. And the last but not least is to get your luggage. 所以最后一个step, tell me what is the last step? That is the step number 7, which is F. Right, okay. After the plane lands, so do you mind reading out for me? So everybody, after the plane, let's go. After the plane lands, go through the custom immigration at the arriving country, and then proceed to the baggage reclaim area. Alright, okay.